Governor Soludo tasked lawmakers at National Assembly on quality representation. Anambra Information Commissioner was to raise ABS Film Village high. Nigeria Customs Service initiates measures to implement updated version of Vehicle Identification Number Evaluation System. U.S. offers COVID-19 vaccines to North Korea to tackle epidemic. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround the maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on ABS Television. My name is Priska Wango. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for strategic collaborative efforts to ensure a livable and prosperous Anambra State. Governor Soludo was speaking when the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District at the National Assembly, Dr. Uche Ekwunife, paid him a courtesy call at the Government House, Oka. Government House correspondent Eji Kabana takes the story from here.
Governor Soludo said that strategic and special partnerships with the federal government, the international community, non-governmental organizations, captains of industry and the citizenry are needed to move Anambra State forward. While calling on those representing the state at the National Assembly to bring back their best to the state as the 2023 budget cycle draw near, Governor Soludo stressed that as the election approaches, sterling quality representation is needed to maximize and leverage on the positive potential of Anambra. The governor describes Senator Ekwunife as an Amazon who has always shown solidarity and support in several ways as a true daughter of the state.
People need to move around, and that's part of the whole big agenda of building a livable and prosperous homeland.
Yes.
People want to be able to move from point A to point B. Even next year, we will even get even much more bullish 2023 with the infrastructure development. Because we cannot wait. Our people cannot wait. For all of this to happen, we need collaboration again at the about special partnerships.
Earlier, Senator Ekwunife noted that the visit was to congratulate the governor on his victory in the last governorship election, stating the readiness of Anambra Central to partner with him to ensure the delivery of democracy dividends to Anambra.
Mr. Governor, I want to assure you that Anambra Central is determined to partner with you to ensure that our state, especially Anambra Central, to partner with you to ensure maximum dividend of democracy for our people. And as a senator representing them, I have not found wanting in the areas of my representation in terms of giving jobs to the youth, in terms of attracting infrastructural development and consistency, in terms of empowerment of our women and youth.
The Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezeajoye, Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, among others, received Senator Ekwunife and entourage. Senator Ekwunife was accompanied by some stakeholders from Anambra Central Senatorial District, including traditional rulers and presidents general, among others. From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
The Anambra State Power Committee has been reconstituted. Governor Chukwuma Soludo performed the ceremony at the Government House. Oka charged members of the committee to be responsive to the task ahead in ensuring that all urban areas in the state have adequate power supply. The committee has Mr. Chike Okonkwo as chairman and Sanwabufo Nwankwo as secretary. Chibuzo Obidike was there and brought back this report.
Other members of the committee include Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Mr. Julius Chukwuemeka, Mr. Geoffrey Nwokoroye, Dr. Chukwueloka Ume, Mr. Vincent Obiora, Mr. George Chiatola, Nze Akachukwu Nwankpo, Mr. Ugochukwu Ifediora, and Chief Titus Akbudu. The committee's terms of reference include conducting power flow and demand-focused studies to ascertain the adequacy of the current supply in the state, determine the optimal siting of power infrastructure to mitigate the identified adequacies and supports future load growth, and liaises with Enugu Electricity Distribution Company to recommend short and medium-term implementable solutions to achieve adequate supply, among others. Inaugurating the committee, Professor Soludo, who spoke through the secretary to the state government, Professor Solochukwu Lubelu, described the committee as an important aspect of the vision of the present administration, asking the members to review the work done by previous committee in the past administration with a view of achieving optimal results in solving all bottlenecks in the power sector. Governor Soludo, while congratulating members of the committee, noted that they were carefully selected because of the huge responsibilities the state entrusted them with, and expressed the hope that with the terms of reference, Anambra and investors will in no distant time experience a turnaround in the power sector.
This board is almost a continuation of the previous board, and the new chairman was the chairman and later co-chairman. So it will be useful to start the work by reviewing where you stopped, where the committee stopped.
The Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Mr. Chukwu Emeka, in his remarks, pointed out that the committee will equally look out for estimated billing and prepaid meters, among others, to ensure that Anambra State meets with the target of asking Anambra to come home and invest.
Part of what we plan to do is that already there has been an established baseline, and the state government wants to make power distribution generation in the state first, and power generation in the state. We want to make it very competitive, so that especially now that the state has the power to generate its own power, for the people. So we want to make it competitive. Yeah, very soon you begin to see people taking up some clusters, because we understand that without power, industries will not thrive.
Responding, the chairman of the committee, Mr. Chike Okonkwo, an engineer who thanked the governor for the call to serve, summarized their work as to provide adequate power supply to communities.
Because what we have done, we've laid the foundation of the previous administration. There's a continuity here, and we have the right membership in the constitution of the team. The synopsis of our mandate is to provide 24/7 power supply.
In Awka, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Sir Paul Nwosu, says the Anambra Broadcasting Service Film Village is in tandem with the state government dream of making Anambra an entertainment hub. Sir Paul stated this during a familiarization visit to ABS corporate headquarters in Awka.
The Information Commissioner, who was accompanied to the visit by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Barrister Chinedu Ike, and other top officials, was conducted around the ABS premises by the Acting Managing Director of ABS, Mr. Geb Obaleze. Mr. Nwosu said he was impressed with the ABS Film Village, and the Ministry will do whatever it needed to do to attract the right market for the facility. He affirmed that there are many potentials in ABS and called on them to repackage, rebrand and relaunch, and as well develop new programs in order to continue to have an edge over their competitors.
Going into the film village, it immediately reminded me of those days when we were kids. When my village was filled with mud houses with thatched roofs. For what I have seen there, I think a lot of investment has gone into the place. Coming here to see for myself, in fact, I am thrilled. I am impressed because I see it as a product. If we attract the right kind of market to this place, I can imagine this place growing beyond the grounds of ABS.
In his remarks, the acting MD, ABS, Mr. Obeleze, mentioned that the greatest challenge to the broadcast station is the high cost of diesel used in running the station. Mr. Obeleze explained that the station is tackling other challenges head-on as they surface, noting that ABS is on top of the situation to give the state government the disruptive change it is craving for.
Our greatest challenge as of now is the issue of diesel consumption. This is Nigeria, that to the extent that you find that we spend 10 to 12 million naira on diesel alone in a month. Our other problems are the ones that we're already looking into. We're taking the challenges in great strides as they come.
In a vote of thanks, the Southeast Vice President of Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, Prince Emeka Kalu of the Programs Department of ABS, said this is the first time one of their own is becoming a commissioner for information and appreciated him and his entourage for the visit. All members of management and staff of ABS were fully on ground during the visit. Queen Anibogo, ABS News.
Over 600 new students of Mwafwerizu College of Education in Sube have officially been admitted into the college as they took the oath of matriculation and declaration of loyalty to the institution. The event, which held at the college field in Sube, is the 44th matriculation ceremony for students to be offered National Certificate in Education NCE and 25th matriculation for students of Bachelor's of Degree Education BEd affiliated to the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata was at the ceremony and takes the story from here.
The event had in attendance the Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude. Addressing the new students, Governor Soludo said his administration is passionate about education, describing education as a bridge between community of people and their future. The Governor urged the students to take their studies assiduously as they are in the most important sphere of life, reminding them that they have been admitted to learn how to steer, manage and redirecting the consciousness of the future generations towards positiveness.
Education is the bridge between a community of people and their future. You are the holders of our future. You are in the most important sphere, in the most important space of life. And you are learning to be teachers. I am a teacher. I am a teacher. I am proud to be a teacher. And when if there is opportunity of coming back to this life again, I will still be a teacher. So first I bow before the teachers of Mwafwerizu College of Education.
The Vice Chancellor, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Professor Charles Igwe, represented by the Dean, Faculty of Education of the University, Professor Joshua Umifekwem, reminded the matriculants that the degree of the university is awarded only to those who have been found worthy in character and learning. He urged the students to abide by the rules, regulations and laws of the university as contained in the students' handbook, while stating that the university and its affiliates have policies to support and protect students from exploitation, harassment and other forms of abuses in the hands of staff and older students.
For doing well in the entrance examination, the University of Nigeria is proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves to have qualified to be admitted into these prestigious university degree programs. Admission may signify the realization of an aspiration, but it is even so a greater opportunity for you to pursue yet a bigger aspiration. The degree and certificates of our university are recognized in nearly all countries of the world.
In her speech, the provost of the college, Dr. Ifeyinwa Osebo, who congratulated the students for the privilege of being among thousands of students offered admission, urged them to abide by the rules and regulations of the institution and as well participate in all activities of the college and enjoy all rights and privileges recognized by the college authority. Dr. Osebo warned them against indulging in cultism, examination malpractice, violent demonstration, as well as other social vices throughout their study in the institution and encouraged them to be security conscious.
Today, we hold our 41st matriculation ceremony. It is a great pleasure to welcome all respected parents, guardians, friends, and well-wishers of the matriculants who are today being officially admitted into this institution. The objective of matriculation exercise is to acquaint our freshers with the fundamental principles, norms, and culture of our institution. These core values have projected the image of our institution as a center of excellence for learning and character building.
Some of the matriculants, Master Kelvin Ezeshibike and Miss Precious Peter, who were overwhelmed, expressed gratitude to God for giving them the opportunity to be offered admission in the institution. From Nsugbe, Emmanuel Shubata, ABS News.
A non-governmental organization, Miwo Empowerment Foundation, has been officially inaugurated in Awka. Miwo Empowerment Foundation, with the primary goal to keep youths of the street through skill acquisition programs, is open to all Igbo-speaking communities across Nigeria. Let us join correspondent Ebeleze for details.
Miwo Empowerment Foundation, which has different skills acquisition programs and other extracurricular activities, also provides startup packs for participants on graduation. In his remark during the inauguration, the Director General, Miwo Empowerment Foundation, Comrade Uzo Ekemeze, who described the empowerment as his brainchild, said it is aimed at fashioning out ways of engaging the youth meaningfully for them to impact on the society positively. Comrade Ekemeze, while noting that they also aim to promote Igbo cultural norms and values, called on government at all levels to partner those that have interest in developing the society through youth's empowerment. While blaming the spate of insecurity bedeviling the Nigerian nation today on cumulative failure of leadership over the years, Comrade Ekemeze appealed to the federal government to invest more in education and save the future of youths.
Miwo Empowerment Foundation is non-governmental organization to promote the cultural heritage and the identity of Igbo nationality. If you go to rivers, you have Igbo. You go to Kogi, you have all these places in Benue. So any place that there is Igbo-speaking nationality, Miwo covers this particular area.
Also speaking, the Director of Programs of the Foundation, Mr. John Ndodo, who disclosed that the Empowerment Program will last for 8 days, noted that they kicked off with a 2-day mental psychological training before the basic skills acquisition that is valuable to the society. Mr. Ndodo noted that the grand finale will take place on June 22 with the exhibition of products from the intensive 8 days basic practicals.
Miwo Empowerment Foundation is about skills acquisition and empowerment. So for the past 2 days we've been having orientation programs because we believe that the candidates first and foremost have to be enlightened in the mind before we go into skills, physical skills. So our programs go from mental psychological training to physical skills which are valuable to society. And it's going to take close to 2 weeks, and we'll have the grand finale on the 25th of June, where we will exhibit what we've been able to produce from this foundation.
Earlier in their separate lectures titled Effects of Moral Decadence on Productivity and the importance of skills acquisition. A resource person from the University of Nigeria Nsukka, Dr. Geoffrey Nganwuchu and Mr. Dennis Ekemeze respectively, are used to always engage themselves positively, shun indecent dressing, bad gangs, and acts that are capable of marring their future. Some of the participants, including Ms. Chidima Aniehubi from Abuja and Mr. Onyeka Nwabeze from Obaru Council area, appealed to those that drag youth integrity to the mud to disease and utilize opportunities like this to learn a skill and be useful to themselves, their families, and society at large.
The one I have for every youth outside there is come out from your shell, be yourself, get a skill. It will help you more in the nearest future than allowing peer pressure to influence you and taking you out of what you are supposed to learn that will help you to help others in society.
Mwibo Empowerment Foundation made an edition climaxed with question and answer session. Mwibo Empowerment Foundation is a non-governmental organization committed to keeping the youths off the street through acquisition of skills. In Oka, Ebele Eze, ABS News.
After rigorous engagement with the stakeholders, Nigeria Customs Service had put all in place to implement an updated version of the Vehicle Identification Number Valuation System, which will capture accidented vehicles, depreciation in value, and other challenges earlier identified by clearing agents. NCS said a redeployment and the implementation of the new VIN valuation system would commence on Monday. Recall that VIN valuation policy, which was first introduced in January 2022, hiked the duties payable on fairly used vehicles by more than 200% and was resisted by clearing agents. This led to protests that had the ports and activities around there shut down for about 2 weeks and created a backlog of uncleared vehicles, thereby forcing the NCS to suspend the policy for 30 days. Air Vietnam, a Wivon producing company, has visited the Nigerian Red Cross Society Motherless Babies Home Onitsha to show them love and the spirit of the 2022 Children's Day. Staff reporter Mengini Osadebe takes the story from here.
Hair Vietnam Company, makers of various types of human hair weave-ons and wigs, such as bone straight, coily hair, ombre color, bobby wavy, among others, has been in existence for the past 8 years with so many branches in Vietnam and other African countries, including Nigeria. Speaking during the presentation of gift items to the children of the Red Cross Society Motherless Babies Home, the representative of the company in Nigeria, Mr. Gideon Nnaderemwa, disclosed that the company's boss, Mr. Davis, had decided to uplift the spirit of these children at the forthcoming Children's Day celebration to make it memorable for them, adding that the company is also using the opportunity to extend its social responsibility and appreciate its Nigerian customers for their patronage.
Well, we are here today to show love. As you can see, the company Hair Vietnam, owned by Mr. Dave, has been existent in Vietnam for the past 8 years, and they have a lot of customers, and Nigeria is their big market. So for them to show appreciation, come and visit the orphanage home for the forthcoming Children's Day, May 27.
On her part, another representative of Hair Vietnam, Ms. Gift Oreke, who enumerated various human hair being produced by the company, appreciated her boss for remembering the less privileged at this year's Children's Day celebration, saying that it is one of their corporate responsibility to extend their hands of fellowship to the children, thanking all their customers in Nigeria, Anambra and Onitsha for their patronage.
Hair Vietnam, more or less, is showing appreciation, using this medium to show appreciation for Nigerians, patronizing them, and for that reason, they decided to visit the motherless baby home.
Receiving the gift items worth thousands of naira, the chief nurse of the home, Mrs. Bridget Ajenu, appreciated the kindful disposition of the company's boss and prayed God to bless and replenish their pockets.
Management, Nigerian Red Cross Motherless Children's Home, Onitsha branch. We welcome you and we appreciate you. And we pray that the Almighty God Whom you respect today, we respect you. In the name of Jesus Christ.
Some of the children, including Miss Favor and Chisom, thanked Hair Vietnam for their support and prayed for the good of the company. High point of the visitation was presentation of a plaque to the representative of Hair Vietnam by the chief nurse of the home, Mrs. Ajenu.
U.S. President Joe Biden said that America had offered COVID-19 vaccines to Pyongyang but got no response despite a spiraling epidemic in North Korea, where nearly 2.5 million people have fallen sick with fever. Biden, who was in Seoul on his first trip to Asia, president said the United States and South Korea had also made a fresh offer of COVID aid to Pyongyang, but not heard back. North Korea reported its first cases of Omicron earlier this month, and despite a maximum emergency epidemic campaign, the virus has gone through its unvaccinated 25 million population. North Korean state media reported that nearly 2.5 million people have been sick with fever and 66 confirmed deaths since the outbreak started. He added that the country had intensified its anti-epidemic campaign. Biden and new South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol expressed concern over North Korea's spiraling COVID-19 outbreak. Experts have warned of a major health crisis in the North, which has one of the world's worst healthcare systems. FIFA plans to announce the host cities for the 2026 World Cup in North America on June 16 in New York, football's global governing body said. Their contenders for what are expected to be at least 16 venues include 17 stadiums and 16 U.S. cities, with the Los Angeles area submitting both SoFi Stadium in Inglewood and the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, site of the 1994 World Cup final. FIFA expected to select 3 venues each in Mexico and Canada for the first World Cup, with 3 co-hosting nations, with the remainder to be in the United States, where 60 games are planned, including all from the quarter-finals. FIFA said the decision on venues, which in the U.S. include an array of the state-of-the-art NFL stadiums, as well as iconic venues like the Rose Bowl, will take into account broader factors including general infrastructure and financial impacts, as well as sustainability. Remember, you can follow news and program on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. Governor Soludo has taxed lawmakers at National Assembly on quality representation. Anambra Information Commissioner Wosu has rated ABS Film Village high. Nigerian Customs Service has initiated measures to implement updated version of vehicle identification number valuation system. U.S. has offered COVID-19 vaccines to North Korea to tackle epidemic. Here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround in maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. That's it on the Breakfast News right here on ABS Television at this time. Thanks for watching. My name is Priska Monko. Good morning and have a happy Sunday.